All right, so I think we are live. Hey everyone, how are you doing? This is Annette here. Happy New Year. I know you are very excited to get back into the classroom following that holiday break, the summer vacation, whatever it is, but right now it's that usually that holiday break. So most of the time I am re-energized and I'm excited and I'm ready to try new ideas and have a fresh start. However, I do remember when this happy teacher was not me. I remember when I was frustrated about specific challenges that were carried over from the prior semester to the new year. I had no answer then about how to overcome those challenges and what am I going to do now? Although there were 33 students in my class and usually 4 students, you know who they are, right? They know exactly which string to pull and drain my energy every single day. You know what I mean. I'd think about those students that were just not motivated to learn, and I had to be the ones to change their attitude. Which tool was I going to use in my toolbox, right? To help these kiddos. So put a 1 in the chat box if you've had these same struggles. If you are watching this on the replay, hashtag replay in the chat box and share your comments and questions. Also, I remember the feelings of being behind in grading, and I knew I was not going to let this happen to me again, especially since I was caught up. Like today is the first day of the grading period, right? I also remember the feeling of having so much to do and not enough time to do it, from planning engaging units, researching strategies to help specific students, the professional development that I knew I needed, and I was already exhausted. I was a teacher who struggled, who had a plate filled 10 feet high and was trying to make ends meet both inside and outside of the classroom, because outside of the classroom I have my own four children, my own family to take care of. Do you have any of these same challenges? Is this you? Put a 2 in that chat box if you could relate. Well, my friend, after several years of feeling less than an amazing teacher, I asked enough questions, sought out enough professional development, tried and failed enough instructional strategies until success was consistent. I discovered specific keys, components, tips, whatever you want to call it, that I needed to implement consistently to be a successful teacher. It didn't matter if I was starting a new school year, a new quarter, a new semester, coming back after vacation, break, or a personal vacation. What I learned, I am going to share with you. All right, hi. For those of you who may not know me, I am Dr. Annette Durbin, a National Board Certified teacher with more than 30 years teaching experience in all grades, preschool to 6th grade. I've taught in public school and private school settings, and I even took time to homeschool my own children for a few years. So currently, I am a teacher and instructional specialist at my local school district. I am also a mentor, an author of digital content, and a course creator. I love family time, trips, game nights, and making a difference in my community. And as a matter of fact, today I have my Ohio State shirt on, so I am ready for the football game today. So anyways, this is a little backstory about me. However, if you'd like to learn more about me, then make certain that you visit my website, blueribbonteacher.com. Okay, so once I figured out what I needed to do, I experienced pure pleasure and excitement going back to school. I had an I can attitude. I smiled and I knew exactly how to juggle life, student needs, and teacher demands. And soon I found myself helping other teachers, and I even had time to really engage in professional development, which is when I sought out National Board Certification, then a master's degree, and then a doctorate degree. When I think about where I was in my early days and where I am now, I can totally relate to that teacher struggle. I was there for several years and am excited to share with you what I learned. My mission is to support teachers and homeschooling parents shorten that instructional learning curve, overcome instructional and behavior challenges, and engage and motivate students for optimal learning and achievement. My mission is to provide support and resources so you can be more successful and be that amazing blue ribbon teacher that you are. Are you ready for the nuts and bolts? So if you are, put a 3 in that chat box and let me know you are ready to go. Again, if you are watching this on the replay, please put hashtag replay in the chat box and also share your comments and questions, and I will certainly get back to you on any questions that you might have. All right, let's dig into today's content. Starting a new year with a positive mindset is essential. You know, I like to share a free resource with every live session, and today I'm sharing 2 free resources that will provide you even more tips and support to start a new year, regardless if it is August, September, or January. So hop on over to blueribbonteacher.com and click on the red buttons to download your free resources today. And they will certainly be additional information on top of what you're getting today, okay? So in addition to those free resources, that's what I want to do is I want to take a moment and share with you some additional tips that are specific to returning to school following a mid-year break. 1, are you prepping for the new semester? As you do this, take time to reflect on the prior semester. This is paramount. So think about what went well, what needs to be tweaked, and what needs to be thrown out the window. Yes, you heard me. We need to celebrate those wins. What are you doing to support student learning and achievement in areas that are almost perfect? Just tweak those. On the other hand, sometimes we just need to get rid of or revamp things so that we have a better experience the second time around. Remember, teaching is not a cookie cutter profession. What works with one group of students could be a total flop with another group. And what works at the beginning of the school year may need to be tweaked mid-year to ensure continued success. Consistent reflection, my friend, is a key for success. Number 2, review semester 2 curriculum map. Yes, there are 180 days in a school year, and the last 40 to 50 days of the school year are focusing on state and district assessments, field trips, field day, assemblies, wrapping up the school year. Therefore, check your curriculum map and see where you are in delivery. Are you ahead or are you behind? What standards need additional focus or time for students to learn? For me, I always create my curriculum map to allow completion by mid-March. This strategy allows me about 4 weeks to help students solidify any skills needed with extra support before testing. So completing the curriculum map is another key for student success. It's very difficult for students to do well on a state assessment when they have not been taught the concepts. You know what I mean? And number 3, give students a planned opportunity to share and discuss their holiday break. Students love to reconnect with their classmates upon returning from a break. Hey, how are you doing, right? This is what happened while I was gone. I didn't see you for 2 whole weeks. What's new? Well, give them permission to do that and time while focusing on learning, right? Never lose a learning opportunity. This sharing can be done in a class meeting to start the whole day, right? That's a whole group. It can be done in table, teams, or small group. It can be done in a journal entry as an individual sharing, or it can be done on Flipgrid. Have you heard about Flipgrid? Flipgrid.com. And right now that's their website. You can put that in your URL and go right to flipgrid.com, but they did tweak their URL. I think it's just flip.com at this point, or info.flip.com. Anyways, if you go to my website, blueribbonteacher.com, and click on the blog, and today's posting for December 31st, 2022, you'll be able to get a link for that. So why do I love Flipgrid? Students love Flipgrid. They love the video, and this is the perfect opportunity for students to write about their vacation first, then create a video, and then their peers can view the videos and leave comments. So these are great opportunities to work on speaking and listening skills. Additionally, something that I like to do is use a picture book where students can connect and write. For example, after the summer break, I typically read Mark Teague's How I Spent My Summer Vacation. And again, if you go to the blog, go to my website, right, blueribbonteacher.com, click on blog, and then the blog post for today, December 31st, and I'll link it in the comments below. So you can actually access the book, okay, get the book there. So anyway, so this book can be an easy springboard for writing after winter break. It can be done for writing after spring break. So what you do is you read the same book, but students write about how I spent my winter vacation, how I spent my spring break. It is fun to display the writing pieces that the students create in the hallway for community learners, or make a class a book that can be shared at conferences. It can be shared in the school library for other students in the school to read about. And the books can be shared with learning buddies, or You can even put it in the school's reception area for guests. So my school has a reception area where parents can come in, or guests from the community come in, and they can sit down and they wait for the principal, they wait for their student, they wait for a teacher, whatever it is, an IEP meeting, whatever it might be. And it's nice that there are some books there, some student created books that the guests can read. All right, so this is a great way to embed reading and writing standards while giving students an opportunity to share about their vacation memories. And if you have any students like I had, parents always request to have all the students work before they go on their vacation. And oftentimes it might be like 2 days before the vacation. If you're lucky, you get a week's notice, right? But one of the things that I found works great is just to use this same thinking where students write about their vacation, their family vacation, and then they illustrate it and they bring it back, and that's what they share, and that's their assignment. It brings in reading and writing and speaking and listening, and those are some big ones that you want the kids to continue doing while they're on break. So what an easy way and no prep thing for you to do, right, to have your students work on while they are gone. All right. So, one of the most important keys to student success for this tip facilitates is relationship building. Students need to feel connected to a larger group. They need to feel connected to their friends, to the people at school, to you, to other teachers, to other staff members. They need to be connected, all right? And building relationships is probably the most important key for student success. When students feel connected, they want to engage, they are more motivated, they want to be a part of the positive synergy that's going on. One of the things that I do really well in my classroom is I build a really positive classroom community. When parents come in, when other teachers come in, oftentimes what I hear is, wow, this really feels like a family. And that is my goal every single year, is to build a classroom community that feels like a family, because we do spend a lot of time together every single week, and we want to be in a family type atmosphere. So you know what? Drop a 4 in that chat box if you focus on building relationships in your classroom. All right, moving on. Tip number 4, review, tweak, and practice those classroom expectations, those rules and those procedures. Yes, when starting a new school year, these items are generally generated, teacher and student, right, in a student-centered classroom. Perhaps a class building contract is established to invite students to be part of the classroom culture, and other traditions are established. At the beginning of this year, we spent time modeling, reviewing, reteaching, and more teaching and tweaking and practicing those expectations, those rules, and those procedures until the students are able to operate in a cohesive manner in the classroom, right? And what you're teaching at home, you do the same process. Every single one of these steps that I'm sharing, you do the same thing, whether you're teaching at home or you're teaching at school. But the work that you did at the beginning of the school year needs to be reviewed after every single break. And sometimes you need to do it once a month. Trust me, no matter how brilliant your students are before the break, sometimes they seem to forget things after the break. We have those little caterpillars at the beginning of the year, and then we want them to bloom into beautiful butterflies. Sometimes those butterflies aren't so beautiful after a break. So never assume students remember how to operate in your classroom after a break. They don't. It takes time to reteach and to practice these skills. Don't skip out on this. You'll be glad that you took time to review. All right, number 5, finally, engage students in goal setting. While this can be done at the beginning of the school year, the unit, quarter, or any time, taking time at the beginning of the semester too is a great way for students to think about what they have learned, how much they have learned, and what they still need to accomplish. Engaging students in self-reflection, on learning is an important step to motivating students to be independent learners who seek information, ask questions, and develop purpose for their education. Do you see how this key brings us right back to that very first key we discussed at the beginning of our session? Yep, reflection is a huge key for success. All right, now that we have your students taken care of, what about you? Something that we teachers often overlook when engaging and reflecting on and prepping for a new year, a semester, or quarter is our own professional growth. Based upon the prior year experience, what is an area that you identify as an area of growth? Is this something related to classroom management, Is it content, instructional strategies? Do you have struggling learners and need to differentiate instruction? What are some areas that need additional support for you? I want to take this opportunity to tell you about my Blue Ribbon Teacher Academy. Got to say that right. In my online teacher academy, you'll find courses that focus on developing your professional skills to the next level and beyond. I have found that most educators get the basic education in their undergrad schooling, then have a classroom of students where the real learning takes place. And in my adjunct work, I teach a class education, it's like 101, and it's, in the student's first year, right? And I emphasize to take every opportunity that they have during their training to become a certificated teacher, take every opportunity seriously and work hard, because when they have their own classroom, they are going to be held accountable for the same evaluation system, the same standards that a veteran teacher has compared to a rookie teacher, right? So it's so important. And lots of times as a new teacher, we don't know, or at least lots of new teachers I work with, they don't know exactly what it is that they need some support with. Okay, if that's you, I invite you to go to my website, blueribbonteacher.com, and there's a link there that's that you can book a conference call with me, and then we can hop on and we can talk about some of that, and maybe I can help you with figuring out what those areas are that you need to be focusing on so that you can be that blue ribbon teacher. Okay. Well, unfortunately, even though we've had some really good quality education and experiences, this does not fully prepare that teacher for the classroom. So therefore, in my Teacher Academy, I have designed self-guided courses and coaching courses, and just coaching to support teachers with on-demand professional development. Each of my courses provides research-based, valuable information in bite-sized pieces so that you can put into practice what you are learning. My doctorate degree is an EDD, not a PhD, right? An EDD aligns with my practitioner passion, my knowledge and experiences. A PhD is more of that philosophical educator. So they sit, not all the time sit behind a desk, but they just sit and they do like more of that desk type work, whereas an EDD is the practitioner, and that's me. I didn't know the difference between the two until I started looking into that years ago. So in each of my courses, you'll also have the option to connect with me throughout the course and implementation phases to get your questions answered, to overcome any challenges, and to continue to build your professional skills and strategies. Remember, my goal is for you to be the best teacher you can be, to be that blue ribbon teacher. My courses are not read, feed, and leave you alone. Not that cycle. My courses provide real in-depth instruction using andragogical methods for adult learners who are developing their education pedagogical content knowledge and instructional strategies. All right, my friends, by looking out for my 2023 on-demand professional development announcements coming up next week. I am so excited to share these with you. I have some new courses that are coming out, as well as some new resources in my online store. So make certain that you are looking for those throughout the year, and I'll make some additional announcements as we continue. Okay. All right. With that, I am going to enjoy this last day of 2022, boop, boop, and taking in some college football bowls, watching my Ohio State Buckeyes, spending time with some family, and I want to wish each of you a fabulous last day of 2022 and blessings for a happy, healthy, successful, and prosperous 2023. I'll see you again soon, and have a happy new year. Take care. Bye.